Nathalie Yamb has been banned from the European Union, has been declared persona non grata. Ladies and gentlemen, who is Nathalie Yamb? She's a minister to the Alliance of Sahel. Oh, the whole, yes, she's a minister, a very good minister, a proactive minister in talking about the emancipation, the development, the real freedom of Africa generally, not just the Sahel. These women, if you want to have somebody that has a positive mindset towards development, you need a Nathalie Yamb around you. But guess what? Just because she loves Africa and she puts Africa first, her passports have been banned. She can't enter the European Union countries. She can come from medical checkups and all of that. Yeah, properties outside the country. I don't know. They said it's been frozen. All her assets has been frozen. She can't come into the EU. You know what I'm saying? Another thing we heard is that she's a very, very bad woman, that she's supporting some very, very bad guys. Uh, I mean, the Wagner PMC. That was what they said. But I think the last time I checked, they've already changed from Wagner, they've changed it to the African Core. You know what I mean? That is not a PMC. African Core is combination of our Russian friends with some African, good guys. So the thing is, when I looked at this whole we are banning Nathalie Young, right? What did Nathalie Young really, really do that was wrong? Yes, Nathalie Young is just one of the people that, apart from being a representative of the AES, apart from being an active voice for Pan Africanism, Nathalie Young is a very beautiful woman. First of all, let's agree on that. All African women are beautiful, very, very sweet people. Yeah. Oh man, I want to cry right. I feel like crying right now. Tell me not to cry. Nathalie Young was banned. I will tell you why I think she was banned. Because she has been very, very anti terrorism. She has called out a lot of actors, foreign actors that have been, financing terrorism in Africa. And she's very bold in calling out those people. She's a no nonsense person, right? So, what she did recently that really poked the bear was that Nathalie Young has been talking about breaking off from the CFA franc. He has said it, the breakaway from the CFA franc for the Alliance of Sahel State, not just Burkina Faso, is inevitable. And I think that really touched the colonialists a little bit. That why are you always insisting on the AES state leaving the CFA franc? I think you know that the CFA franc is tied to the euro, right? But she has talked about it, right? She's only talking. Let's listen to one of the things that was said about the nuclear deal that the AES signed with Russia.
Africa's revolutionary countries of Burkina Faso and Mali just signed major new nuclear deals with the Russian Federation. If the United States was worried about Iran having nuclear technology, they're really going to lose their minds over this, okay? Over the past week, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Russia's top nuclear research company, Rosatom, just signed deals with Burkina Faso, who has recently kicked out the West, kicked out France, kicked out the United States and the previous colonial governments that ruled over their people. And they are saying that they are now going to build a nuclear reactor in their country. In addition to that, Mali also will be developing a nuclear reactor with the help of Russia and Russia's Rosatom, okay? This is a very big deal because nuclear energy is extremely cheap and it's highly efficient, meaning it's going to give these nations of Burkina Faso and Mali the opportunity to develop their own resources and industrialize. And most importantly, Russia's not going to do all the work here. Russia said that they are going to now sign a joint scientific and research agreement with both of these nations, meaning that the people of Burkina Faso and Mali are actually going to have the opportunity to learn about nuclear technologies in these highly technical scientific fields, and utilize the knowledge that they have gained from working with these Russian scientists to further develop their own nations and achieve further prosperity for their people. This is a major step for Africa and for Russia. I love to see it, and I hope nothing but the best for the revolutionary people of the Sahel region, of Mali, of Burkina Faso, of Niger, of Chad, moving forward.
The nuclear deal is for all the AES states. It's not just for one person, right? A lot of people are seeing the nuclear deal from a certain perspective. And I will tell you, whatever perspective you are seeing the nuclear deal from, you are correct. But again, listen to my own perspective. You might be surprised. Now, you heard what Jason Inku said, right? I think Jason Inku is another pro-African person, but just in another skin. But I like most of the things that Jason Inku does. Yeah, I like everybody, but I don't trust everybody. Okay, uh, I don't trust people in that. You know what I'm saying? But I like his ideas, right? For now, until he proved otherwise. So Jason Inku is talking from, to me, some a little bit emotional, standpoint. But I'm going to tell you this. These are I say. Burkina Faso wants to leave the colonial hegemonic ties. They want to break off. They want to emancipate Mali, Niger. And let me tell you something. The nuclear deal is one of the biggest steps. Do you get what I mean? Because now it takes them away completely from any influence of the petrodollar, of the Strait of Hormuz, of anything. The AES state is going to be going from petroleum, they are going to be going to purely nuclear energy, which is cheaper than the petrochemical, you know, energy production, easier to maintain. They've already signed a deal with Rosatom, so Rosatom will take care of that. And again, they are going to have it easier in the sense that the resources is abundant in the AES. They have enormous levels of uranium in this country, and guess what? Russia is going to make things easier for them. Do you know what I mean? And if you look at the Sahel state, it's landlocked. Most of the car they drive are electric vehicles. So it means one thing. They will be able to charge their vehicles with the nuclear energy. Their workstations, like the machines they use, will be powered with the nuclear energy. So it takes away petroleum completely, but there is still an enormous amount of petroleum in Niger. So they will be able to sell that petroleum. So it will even serve the economy the more. Or maybe the bitumen for the road construction and all of that. But I can tell you, just the petrol dollar is already out of the equation in the AES. So before they talk about changing currency, a lot of changes are going on that are fundamental to changing currency. Do you get what I mean? And if you look at Burkina Faso, the production in terms of agriculture, the development in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger, as we speak, are you aware that there is a stadium that is under construction in Burkina Faso, in Boubou de la Soul? I mean, the people of Boubou de la Soul are very, very, I don't know. Everybody's smart, but Boubou de la Soul, I think those people are different. If you look at Boubou de la Soul as we speak right now, there is a construction of a stadium going on in Boubou de la Soul. And I can assure you that everything that is being put in place to construct this enormously beautiful stadium is locally made, from the iron bars to the synthetic grass to, I mean, Burkina Faso. Where are they going to? No, hold on a minute. Burkina Faso, where are you going to? I'm talking to you, Burkina Faso. Ladies and gentlemen, they are reaching for the stars by the day. Why my country? We in 2025. The government is campaigning for the election in 2027. The economy is in a state of chaos right now. Security levels all time low, and they are campaigning for the next election. So, democracy and revolution. The choice is yours. I'm going for revolution. I love the president of the AES. I love what they're doing. And you should do that too, because it means you are pro developmental. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's your boy 7200 signing out in said. But before I go, so Nathalie Yamb was banned from the EU because she has been speaking the truth. But I'm telling you, by the time the alliance of Sahel is done with everything that is going on, the moves they're making, the moves they're making on the chessboard, by the time they are done with it, the dollar, they won't say we are done with the dollar. The dollar will be done with the AES states. And I can promise you, not only will the dollar or the CFA franc or anything be completely done with in the AES states, the development and everything will dictate for itself. Nathalie Yamb is banned in EU, but this is an EU representative seeing a Nigerian person, right? A Nigerian diplomat or something, somebody important in the Niger Republic, right? So you are banning the minister of the AES, but you are going to see behind. You can see the ways of the West. Very, very, oh God, very bad. And they want to tell us that, oh, democracy, yes, we bring the beacon of hope, life, prosperity to you. No way, it's not so. So we love what is going on in the AES. Nathalie Yamb, a passport uh, declared persona non grata means she has done a lot of good things. And when you are dealing with the West and you've done a lot of good things, they don't like you to the point that when you are doing the right things, you are declared, a very bad man. They classify you in the class of all those, crooked people. But ladies and gentlemen, when you look at this woman, does she look like a crooked person? So I want you guys to be the judge. It is being suspended or maybe access frozen and all of that is because of a campaign towards change of currency, change of everything. But change is coming, and at this space, nobody will be able to stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy 7200 signing out. Enough said. But before I go,